How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you've had a good few days. I haven't been on in a few days, so yeah, I gotta catch up with everybody. We have got two breaks on tap for tonight. One of them is a case of Tristar Game Day Greats jerseys, the 2021 series. And then immediately following that, we'll be breaking our leaf. I had to think about what it was. It's bad, isn't it? Right. Then we'll be breaking leaf metal draft baseball right after we do our jerseys. But as we typically do, I'm going to go over a little bit of information here before we actually get started ripping. So while everyone is getting in the room and getting settled, let's go ahead and get started with that. Feedback is automated on eBay. Anytime that you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. And for some reason, I have messed up. Sorry. Something's wrong here with my iPad. As usual, I have messed something up and I don't have any idea how to fix it. So that's always, fun. And oh, brother, I'm sorry. I'm trying to see chat, but I can't because something has happened to my iPad and I don't know what, and I don't know how to fix it. So fun times, right? Wow. All right. Well, anyway, so yeah, feedback is automated. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. And of course, the other thing is to say thank you for being here. I appreciate it very much. And I would appreciate it very much if my iPad would work properly, but it's not. So isn't that delightful? And let's move on along here. Upcoming breaks. This is what it looks like in the days ahead. So tomorrow we're going to do one break, which is Series 1 Jumbo Baseball. And we're not going to do Optic tomorrow yet because I'm not entirely sure if that is going to work or not in terms of getting here. We have got some weather coming in. Boy, this iPad's really messing with my head. And it's supposed to be an ice storm, and I think we're going to get quite a bit of it. I don't know if my stuff is going to get delivered before the ice storm comes in. I also don't know if I will have power or not. And we're just going to kind of have to make the best of it, I guess. So as it stands right now, just the one thing is scheduled, and then we'll go from there. And what else do we need to talk about? Thursday night, Contenders football. It'll be a third of a case. And once again, that's going to be dependent upon whether or not I am able to have power. So if this ice storm comes in the way that they're saying it's going to come in, I may not have power. And if I do not have power, then obviously we're not going to be able to do the break. So if we have power, I'll be here. If we don't, you'll know what happened. And then Friday, we're going to do Leaf Metal Draft Baseball again, Jumbo again. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we'll both be off nights. Monday is kind of a to be determined night. And let's see what else we need to talk about in here. We have got shipping information, and it looks like this. I am saying, of course, the jerseys, they always go out within a 7-day window. So if you hit one of the jerseys, it's going to ship out to you sometime within the next 7 days. And if for some reason you don't hit, then you are still entitled to a consolation trading card. That is simply a loose used trading card. It can be from any year and any series, and typically will be held and sent with your next package on a free shipping break like we have for the jerseys. And if you would like to have that sent sooner rather than waiting for your next package, you only need to send me a message on eBay letting me know that, and I'll get it taken care of for you. The paid shipping break tonight, Leaf Metal Draft Baseball, I am projecting that all the way up to Saturday because, well, if we get all this ice, they're saying it will be pretty much impassable for at least 2-3 days. So to be on the safe side, I'm projecting Saturday. If we don't get ice or it's less than they expect or whatever, may be able to get it out sooner. If you get skunked in the Leaf Metal Draft break, you can expect to still get your consolation cards when the rest of the break ships out the door. Since it is a paid shipping break, that's how that would work. And yeah, I guess that's all we need to know there about that. Never did get the iPad fixed, so I can kind of half see chat and half not. Something has happened to it, and I don't know what. And now I can't see it at all because now it's saying it's disconnected from the internet. So I'm having a grand night. All right, so there we go. Let me see where we are in terms of having things paid or not. See if we've got anything that we are still waiting on. And it looks like we do. We've got the Minnesota Vikings that are going to be available in the Jersey break if anybody wants the Minnesota Vikings. Looks like they sold for $35 on eBay, and that is available. And then we've got the Nationals that are unpaid in Leaf Metal Draft, so that is available. And they sold for, what does that say? $16.61. So, if somebody wants one or both of those, please jump into chat and let me know, and we will figure it out and go from there. And let me, meanwhile, I'm going to bring you back to my screen for a second, if I can get you back to my screen, and then I need to update the spreadsheet to reflect that this stuff is unpaid. So, all right, let me I'm trying to get caught up on chat here. I tell you what, I am struggling tonight. My iPad is not acting like normal. So Jay, Allen, and Adam are here. Hi, guys. Good to see you. And John is here. And yeah, so John, you want the Nationals in Leaf. Okay, we'll get you going for that. And Adam, the Vikings sold on eBay at 35 in the Jersey break, the case break. So if you're interested in them, something in that general vicinity, if you want to throw out an option, we can talk about that. And John, you're asking the price on the Nationals. Let me pull that back up because I don't remember. Looks like it sold for $16 and some change, so let's just call it 16. If you want to shoot over payment for that, John, I will get this closed out on eBay and I will take care of that. Just if you'll clarify for me that you want it, then I'll get it squared away. So let me know either way, please. And what about the Vikings and the jerseys? Anybody want them or not? Adam says, will we do 25 for the Vikings? Sure. If you want to do that, I'm fine with that. So John says, yes, he's in for the Nationals. All right. So John, I'm going to give you the email address. You probably already have it. But in case you don't, this is the email address that I use for PayPal. If you want to log in and shoot that over for the Nationals, I'm going to take care of getting it closed out on eBay and mark that for you. And Adam, your 25 for the Vikings is fine. I would ask you to use the same email address you see there. And if you want to shoot over the 25 for the Vikings, I will close that one down on eBay as well, and we'll make that one yours too. But first, let me get the Nationals squared away here. We're going to make that for John and get it switched up on the spreadsheets. Thanks, everyone, for your patience. I know it's a drag when we have to stop and sell these teams that people bought and didn't pay for. I know it slows things down, but shouldn't take us too long tonight. We hope, anyway. All right, so that's got that one done. And Adam, you are sending payment for yours. Great, thank you. Let me mark the spreadsheet for you and get that one closed out on eBay. And then we'll be good to go. All right, so that's got my part done there. And let me get my other part done on eBay, and then we'll be good. Well, come on now. None of my equipment's wanting to work with me tonight, is it? It's all still on vacation, too. I took a couple days off, and apparently so did all my equipment. Well, obviously it did, but you know what I mean. It's still mentally checked out, I think. All right, there it is. Let's get it canceled. And then John and Adam, if you can both just give me a thumbs up once you have gotten PayPal squared away, I would appreciate it, so we know that that is in and done. And now let's get back to let's get back to where we were, pick things up. All right, so this is where we left off. Any of you who have joined me in the meantime, here's the deal. We've got a winter storm that can come in anywhere from tonight up through tomorrow night. It's supposed to have significant freezing rain. They're expecting ice accumulations up to 3/4 of an inch. And they're saying that that's going to cause widespread power outages and all kinds of other problems. The last time we had one like this, I was out of power for 3 days. I don't know what we'll be looking at here. But if for some reason you are in a break with me Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday night, and I just don't show up, that's going to be the deal. It means I have no power, and I can't go anywhere to find any power if the roads are covered in solid ice. So that's the deal, guys, and that's also why I have your shipping set the way that it is, projecting Saturday. And obviously, if we don't get the storm, I'll get it out sooner. No hits in Leaf Metal Draft. I will still send you consolation cards. It'll ship with the rest of the break since it's a paid shipping break. In the jerseys, if you don't hit, consolation card held and sent with the next package, unless you send me a message telling me you'd like it done differently. So first up tonight is a 5-box case break of 2021 Tristar Game Day Greats autograph football jerseys. And this, of course, is break number 1 of our 2021 product. And it ended tonight on eBay, same night we are breaking, which is Tuesday night, the 9th of February. Team names are on the left-hand side, winning bidders cross from each team, with the exception of the Vikings, who, of course, were sold on eBay but not paid by that bidder, and were kindly picked up here in chat by Adam. So that's where that is landing. And now we're ready to get back to business, aren't we? I'm going to change up the focus. You're going to notice that your background gets blurry, and that is intentional. So please do not be distressed by that, because it's meant to happen, and I don't want you to be worried. We're going to be able to see the stuff that we need to see without any problems. So there we go. Raymond says, anything left in 2017 playoff? I haven't done a break of any of that stuff you see sitting back there in a long time. And I don't have enough 17 playoff to even do a case or a half case. I think I've only got 1 box of it. I've got maybe 5 or 6 of that box of Prestige. I think I've got 1 of that Contenders 18 football, and I've got 5 or 6 of Contenders 17 football. But at this point in time, I don't have plans to break that. I will probably at some point either open it myself or sell it as sealed boxes, one of the two. But yeah, as it stands right now, no plans to break that one. It's just back there to be pretty. It just gives us something to look at. And what did I just do? Gosh, there it is. Where did my knife go? It is one of, let me tell you, it's been one of those days all the way around. All the way around. So, dang, Alan says the ice is already messing up my equipment. I don't know what is wrong with all my stuff tonight. None of it is acting the way it normally does, but what are you going to do, right? We just have to keep going. Luis is here looking for the Cowboys, and Jack wants to have the Packers. Well, the first one I see happens to be Tyreek Hill. Boy, oh boy, did the Kansas City Chiefs have the worst game of Patrick Mahomes' career in the Super Bowl. I mean, they had a lot of reasons why, but man, it was not pretty. So Tyreek Hill is first out. We see it as authenticated there by JSA, and then we have the paper JSA authentication as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put, this is just a little, pre-printed info card that TriStar puts in there. I just like to have it both on the same side of the jersey. So we're starting off with Kansas City Chiefs and Tyreek Hill, the first one out tonight. And let's see who's in box. Who's behind door number 2? Looks like the Bears to me, but it isn't. That is Chad Johnson, so it's going to be the Bengals. I didn't get a good look at the colors, I guess, did I? So there is Chad Johnson, and it is JSA authenticated as well. And of course, as you know, he changed his name to Chad Ochocinco along the way, which just means 85. But he was originally Chad Johnson. That's why it says that on the informational card there. And that, of course, a Cincinnati Bengals jersey. for Mr. Ocho Cinco. I don't see a lot of his autographs, or at least I haven't in recent years, so we might see him a lot going forward. That sometimes works like that. When guys start showing up in products, you then just hit them all over the place. Ooh, I've got a Warren Sapp. How about that? So Tampa Bay getting involved. And there is your Warren Sapp autograph. It is Beckett authenticated, Hall of Fame inscription, your Beckett paper COA. And let's just tuck this in there with it and get Mr. Warren Sapp tucked away. All right, 3 down, 2 to go. And of course, once we finish this, we'll roll into our Leaf Metal Draft Baseball. For those of you who might not have heard the lineup at the start, that's how we're shaking it out tonight. Dermontti Dawson coming up next, and that is going to be my little Pittsburgh Steelers. There is your autograph, Hall of Fame inscription. Where is our sticker authentication? It's up there at the top. It is JSA, and there's our JSA paper authentication on the back. They didn't even have that one all the way sealed up, so made it easy to get that out, didn't it? Are we good there? There we go. And survey says box number 5, last box of the case, is bringing us Matt Leinart. All right, and that's going to go to the Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals. And there is his autograph, and somewhere we should have an authentication sticker. Do you see it? I don't see it offhand. There's our JSA paperwork, but where's our sticker? I don't really see the sticker, which is odd. So here's the deal. We've got the JSA paper, but nowhere on here am I seeing the JSA sticker. So it may be somewhere else on the jersey. Usually it's near the signature. I don't see it there. So you may, if we don't find it when you look it over once you get it, you might want to contact JSA and ask them if they can supply you the sticker that matches the paper. Usually they go together, and the sticker on the item is generally the more important of the two, but for whatever reason, I don't see it on that one. So, all right, just to recap, this is the Matt Leinart, and it is going to Arizona and the Cardinals. Then for the Pittsburgh Steelers, we have the Dermontti Dawson. Then Warren Sapp coming out for Tampa Bay. Cincinnati Bengals with Chad Ochocinco, also known as Chad Johnson. And then Tyreek Hill out for the Kansas City Chiefs. So give me just a second to get these out of the way. We'll come right back and get into baseball. All right, let me get our case set up on the table for good old Leaf. And of course, it's the jumbo version tonight, so a little different than the hobby version that we have been opening of that. Let's get our spreadsheet set up once again. All right. So by now you probably know the deal, but it is this. If you hit one of those 5 jerseys, it'll ship out to you sometime within the next 7 days. Free shipping stuff is always just projected within a 7-day window. If you were in the jersey break and you did not get a hit, then consolation card typically held and sent with your next package on free shipping breaks. If you want it sent sooner by itself, you only need to drop me a line on eBay letting me know that, and I'll handle it for you. Paid shipping break is the one that's coming up. That's Leaf Metal Draft Baseball. And Saturday is what I have it projected because, again, winter storm, ice, bad news. Supposed to be hitting anywhere from tonight, overnight, into tomorrow at some point, but they are saying it's going to be bad news. So we're going to leave it Saturday. If I can get it out sooner than that, I will. And once again, another reminder, if you show up on Wednesday night, Thursday night, or Friday night for an auction that ended on eBay, which is already listed, and there's nobody here breaking, you will know it is because I have lost power. So FYI, that's the deal. So our Leaf Metal Draft Jumbo only has 6 boxes in it. Of course, there are more hits per box, I believe, than our hobby. So I think we end up ahead of the game a little bit, but fewer boxes to open. And this is break number 3 of Leaf Metal Draft Baseball, and this ended tonight on eBay as well, Tuesday night, the 9th of February. Team names once again on our left-hand side, winning bidders cross from each team on the opposite side, with the exception of the Nationals, which were sold on eBay but not paid by the eBay bidder, and were instead picked up here in Second Chance by John, helping us out. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And Jay Allen, I see he recapped our jersey hits there, so thank you for that. That's always helpful because you know the deal. Somebody shows up part of the way through Leaf Metal Draft and they'll want to know who we hit, and my poor feeble brain will not remember. So Jay Allen has it typed in, and then I don't have to remember. I like it. Hi, Chris, by the way. I see Chris Morales has joined us in there as well. Jay Allen says he needs the Phillies in here. Looking for a little Philadelphia Phillies love. Now, one other difference about this versus the hobby is that we have a slabbed proof card in every box. It's guaranteed a 1 of 1, and it's autographed, and it's a proof, and it's, well, slabbed, and etc. So that's a little different than what we find in the hobby boxes of this product. Let me see how they have, okay. So they once again have this stuff in the little interior plastic boxes. So we're going to go ahead and just open up all of these, get all this stuff out here, and get all the boxes opened and off the table, and then we'll get about the business of seeing what we have. As a reminder, Leaf does not have a license to list Major League Baseball team names or logos, nor does Panini for that matter. They also do not list cities or any defining information on these cards. So the way that we handle this, players go to their current teams. So if somebody got traded last week, well, they're going to go to whatever team they got traded to last week, etc. Now, if there's any question about where someone goes, we would use MILB.com, which is the official site of Minor League Baseball. And if for some reason there was no information on MILB.com, then our next default would be to look at MLB.com, the official site of Major League Baseball. Oh, look at that. That's all split open already. So, I mean, not totally, but you know what I mean. You saw it. You know what I meant. So, yeah. So that's the way that's going to work. And, of course, it works out that some of these I'm probably not going to remember. And some of them I may not know. But the ones that I'm likely to forget, I usually have written down. So if I can't think of it off the top of my head, I can generally refer to the list, and that will point us in the right direction. And yeah, we can generally figure it out. Every once in a while, I won't have it written down, and I won't know it, and then we'll just go look it up and find out over there on MILB where things go. Let's get my sleeves on the table and get underway. John says he's all set with PayPal for the Nationals. Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's get our little box open here. Good grief. Now, these do have a substantial amount of curvature, and that's not an uncommon thing. It's just this type of coating tends to cause that. But in particular, because Leaf has them this way, and normally they have them already in top loaders and already in sleeves, we don't notice them generally having as much curvature as they really have this year. So FYI, you may notice that. Flatten out a little bit by the time you get it, though, probably. All right, Yiddy's coming out first. It is numbered to 5. So very low number starting us off. And he was an international guy, and he has signed, and I don't remember where he has signed. So right off the bat, I'm going to stop and look one up. I know it's crazy, but I can't. I cannot remember who signed him. I think he was maybe the Marlins, but let's see. I'm not 100%. And yeah, it looks like he is the Marlins. So there we go. So Yiddy here headed to the Marlins. I'm just going to make a quick note of that. So if we come across him another point in time, I won't have to look it up. He is one of the higher regarded international prospects. So I suspect that's probably a pretty nice hit for the Marlins. All right, next up, I have Slade Ciccone. That is numbered to 35, and Slade is going to Arizona in the Diamondbacks. And by the way, if you hear me say something and you think it's not right, feel free to jump in there and let me know, and we can stop and check it out. CL said he thought Yiddy was the Rays. I don't believe that's right. I believe he signed with the Marlins. You can double check that. I mean, that's what I am showing, is that he has signed with the Marlins. If you see something different than that, feel free to let me know where you've referenced it. I looked at MILB.com, and it does show the Miami Marlins. So Dylan McLean, and Dylan was numbered to 15, and he is going to Texas in the Rangers. Cole Henry, and Cole is numbered to 15, so we got a lot of low numbers getting us started tonight. And Cole is going to the Nationals, as a matter of fact, so that's going over there to John. Jackson Miller, and I don't see any numbering on Jackson, so he's just basically a base autograph, we'll call it. And that is my little Cincinnati Reds. Zach DeLoach, and Zach is not numbered. Boy, I would have thought that would have been numbered when you look at the patterning on it. Boy, I used to be able to speak, but it wasn't numbered. So anyway, it's the Mariners. Got Santos up next, and that is a base autograph for Alex Santos. And Alex goes to Houston in the Astros. Mason Wynn, and that's another base. When I say base, I just mean unnumbered. And Mason is going to the Cardinals. And then we have Baby Acuna. Yeah, now that's a nice hit right there. So he is not numbered, but that is still a very, very solid hit. And that's headed to Texas and the Rangers. All right, let's get our next group out and see what we can find in it. First thing I see, another one headed to Miami. And that is Max Meyer, numbered to 25, going to the Miami Marlins. Ian Seymour, and Ian is numbered to 5. And I got to take a little peek. I cannot remember where Ian goes. Tampa Bay Rays for Ian Seymour. For some reason, that made me think of Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour. I know, terrible impersonation. Gotta, look past it. Numbered to 10, Christian Hernandez. And Christian is going to, I'm going to have to look. He was an international guy too. So let's just stop and check it real quickly. Make sure that I get it right. Let's get back in here into MILB.com. And I also want to make sure I spell his name right. All right, Christian Hernandez. Hey, there you go, Jay Allen. He signed with the Phillies, as a matter of fact. So there you go. He was an international guy, signed with the Phillies about, I don't know, close to a month ago, 3 weeks ago anyway. Tyler Soderstrom, that's numbered to 35, And Tyler is going to Oakland in the A's. Everson Piera comes out next. I don't know that that's how you actually pronounce his last name. It's probably not, but it's numbered to 3, and we all know I'm going to butcher a handful of names every night anyway. So there you go. He is the Yankees. Then I have Justin Foscue. That's a base. No numbering on Justin. He is the Texas Rangers. Then Dylan Dingler, that name just absolutely kills me. I just can't. If my last name was Dingler, I would not name my kid Dylan. But anyway, it goes to the Detroit Tigers. Followed by a little Casey Schmidt. And Casey is unnumbered, and my pile is trying to move around on me with all that curvature. Casey goes to San Francisco and the Giants. Here's the big man on campus right there. That's the hit you want. There is Spencer Torkelson. I wish that bad boy was numbered. It is seriously curved, too. Can you see that? I mean, I'm sure you can. It's got a lot of curvature to it. Again, I think that'll flatten out some before you get it. But Tigers, that's who you wanted. So Tigers can sit back and relax for the rest of the break. They're just like, yeah, my work is done. John, who did you say about the Yankees? Did I say someone wasn't a Yankee that is a Yankee, or vice versa? Just can you let me know if you think I called something wrong, and we'll go check it if that's the case. Number 235, it is Hunter Brown. And Hunter goes, I don't know, I got to take a little look here. Can't really remember where Hunter goes. Astros, Houston. Everson. Okay, did I not say that's where he went? Where did I say he went? Didn't I say Yankees? Maybe I didn't. I thought I did, but I might not have. Number 220, there is Edward Cabrera, and that is the Marlins. Jay Allen said we did call it for Yankees. Okay, cool. All right, just making sure. Because, sometimes guys get traded, and I don't catch it, so it's always good to ask if you have a question. And there's Oswald Peraza. It is numbered to 15 for Oswald, and he is headed to the Yankees as well, speaking of. Next up, number 210 is Ben Hernandez. And Ben Hernandez is Kansas City and the Royals. A nice little Dylan Carlson comes out, unnumbered, and Dylan is headed to St. Louis and the Cardinals. Then I have a Marco Luciano, and Marco, I think, is San Francisco, but let me take a little peek here so I don't call it wrong. Yeah, he is San Francisco Giants, a state pride, and that is Jordan Walker. And Jordan Walker, I'm also going to take a peek on him because I get Walker and Westberg flipped sometimes. Walker is the Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals. Here comes Jared Kelly, and Jared is unnumbered and headed to Chicago and the White Sox. And this last one, this is a big man on campus right here. Yeah. And if you've got the Yankees, that's exactly who you wanted. So the Yankees are happy along about now, as are the Tigers from their hit a moment ago with Spencer Torkelson. That is numbered to 10. The Dominguez going to the Yankees. All right, so far so good. Pretty solid case at the moment. Garrett Crochet going to the White Sox, numbered to 20 it was. Nick Lofton. Nick is numbered to 10 and headed to Kansas City. Another state pride coming out. This one is Jared Schuster. It looks like it is numbered to 4 up there in the corner. And that's the first one we've seen tonight for Atlanta, I think. Julio Rodriguez. Julio is the Mariners, and that was numbered to 7. And it was number 7 of 7, if if you care about that sort of thing. I always kind of like it when they're numbered, 1 of 1 or 7 of 7 or 10 of 10, either first in the series or last. I don't know why. I just do. Hector Yon is numbered to 15, and that is the Angels. Diego Cartea. Diego appears to be unnumbered, and he is a Dodger. So Angels and Dodgers coming out there together. Justin Lang. Justin is unnumbered, and he is headed to the Padres. Freddie Zamora coming out next. And Freddie says, what does Freddie say? The Brewers. Rick just typed in Dodgers. So, Rick, are you saying, let me say this. If somebody says that you think I have called something incorrectly, would you say, like, I think so-and-so is such and such? Otherwise, I don't know if you're just saying Dodgers, like, yeah, I've got the Dodgers and that's the Dodgers, or if you think there's something that you disagree with where I called it going. Zach Veen, that is numbered to 4. Zach goes off to Colorado. So just, yeah, let's do that. If you disagree with the team that I've called out, please state, I think so-and-so goes to such and such. And then I'll know to go check it. Because otherwise, you might just be cheering on your team, possibly. And hi, Rick, by the way. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier, but in case I didn't, I'll say hi now. Kyle Nicholas, that is numbered to 3. And Kyle goes to Miami. This is a nice hit as well. This is Reed Detmers, and it's numbered to 10. And Reed Detmers goes to Los Angeles. The Angels on tap for it. Here's our other Jordan Westberg. I told you I get them mixed up in my head. Westberg is numbered to 25, and he is an Oriole. So we've hit both the Jordans tonight already. And there comes Christian Aroa, numbered to 20. And he, of course, is going to my little Cincinnati Reds. Brennan Malone was recently traded. It is numbered to 50, and he was traded to the Pirates, I do believe. Yeah, he was a Diamondback, and he got traded to Pirates, Brennan Malone did. Here comes Kyle Harrison. And that is a base autograph. I don't see any numbering on that. It's going to San Francisco. Jaron Duran. And that's another base unnumbered. And it is headed to Boston. Maybe the first we've seen tonight for the Red Sox. Mick Abel. Mick is unnumbered and a base autograph that's headed off to Jay Allen. Philadelphia Phillies. Here comes Austin Hendrick, and Austin is numbered. He is numbered to 10. So another one for my little Cincinnati group. All right, so this is our last box as far as this goes. We'll still have our slabbed cards to look at, though, even after we finish this. So don't wander off, because those slabbed ones are all going to be 1 of 1s. We like that. Hudson Haskin, and Hudson is numbered to 3, and that is headed to Baltimore, the Orioles. Medina, and that is numbered to 25, and Medina goes to the Yankees. Miguel Geraldo, and it's numbered to 5. I don't remember where that goes. Let me see if I have that written down. Let me take a peek. Miguel Geraldo is the Blue Jays. Okay, there you go, Toronto. Bryce Ball. And Bryce is numbered to 7. He's also last in the series, 7 of 7. That's interesting. And he goes to Atlanta. Here comes one for New York. Pete Crow Armstrong, the Mets. Then I have Patrick Bailey coming in behind, and Patrick is unnumbered and going to San Francisco. Seth Corey, unnumbered. And let me see where Seth goes. I do not remember. He is the Giants as well. Why don't I ever remember the Giants players? I know I got a mental block about them. We have a 1-of-1 printing plate here with an autograph attached. And that one is Connor Phillips. And that's the Mariners. Ed Howard wraps up the last of our regular cards. Ed numbered to 25, and he's headed to the Cubbies. Now, we've got the big hits. And these are all, they're not graded, but they are slabbed, as you can see. They're all 1-of-1s. They're all proofs, and they're all autographs. St. Louis Cardinals, you have got a Dylan Carlson that is a production proof 1-of-1. Of course, they're blank on the back. The production proofs are. So, St. Louis Cardinals and Dylan Carlson. This one is an acetate. It's Garrett Crochet, and again, a 1-of-1. That's going to Chicago and the White Sox. Oh, you knew we were going to get this guy because I can't say his last name. Carmen Mlodzinski, and that's wrong, and I know it, and I can't say it. Anyway, he goes to the Pirates. That is a beautiful card, isn't it? So there's Ed Howard. We saw him a moment ago for the Cubs, and now you've got him in a 1-of-1 artist proof as well for Ed Howard and the Cubbies. And Casey Schmidt, we saw him earlier as well, San Francisco Giants, and a 1-of-1 artist proof. And last but not least, the other Garrett Mitchell, is the last of our slabbed 1-of-1s, and Garrett Mitchell is the Brewers. All right, so now we're going to recap this. Of course, I'm not going to read off all the names and the team names and the numbering again because, well, everything in here is a hit. It would be just like doing the breakover. So as opposed to doing that, what I will do is just put everything back through one more time, give it another pass by the camera. So those of you who might have joined late or you just want another look at your card or whatever the case may be, here is your chance. There's that nice Dominguez. So we hit Dominguez and Torkelson in here. Some other nice hits too, of course, but particularly like that Dominguez and the Torkelson are quite nice. And a couple of good internationals too, including Baby Acuna is what I call him for the Rangers. That was nice as well. Of course, you never know. You never know who out of here is going to turn out to be. I was going to say the next Mike Trout, but I don't really think there'll ever be another one quite as good as that. So, well, maybe there will be, but I don't know. We're not going to call him the next Mike Trout. We'll just say we don't know who the next superstar is going to be, whose prices might transcend a little bit. Could be one of these guys for all we know. Maybe. Maybe. Rick says, oh, he's disappointed that there was only one Dodger. Yeah, I mean, you never know with this stuff. Sometimes a team will have several hits. Sometimes they have one. Occasionally they have none. Of course, if you are unlucky and got none, you would still get your consolation cards sent out when the rest of the break goes out. So nobody's going to walk away completely empty-handed. There's the Garrett Mitchell. These all slabbed 1-of-1 artist proofs. And next out was Casey Schmidt. I should point out, I don't know how much you can see on this, but these cases that these are encased in, whatever you want to call them, I guess they're not a case, but whatever you want to call it, they're scratched all to pieces. These are not looking all nice and shiny and clean. The plastic that encases these is scratched all to thunder. So just FYI. So that was Ed Howard, and then there's Carmen Mlodzinski, Garrett Crochet, and finally Dylan Carlson. So I don't really know what they do to them from the time that gets encased to the time they show up in the product, or if they reuse these things or what, but they are very, very beat up, just as an FYI. All right, so one more time, we're going to roll through what's coming up in the days ahead, as well as when you can expect your item to ship. So if you hang tight, let me get our focus back to normal here since we're done looking at cards, and we'll go back and take a little peek at that, a little look-see. In case somebody missed it earlier, I'm going to give you another shot at it here. So tomorrow night, we're going to do one of the two new releases, and that is, again, assuming that UPS can get it here, that they get here before this ice storm hits, and B, assuming that I still have power tomorrow night, which we certainly hope that I will. But once again, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night, there is a risk that I might not have power and would not be able to do the break, nor be able to communicate to you that I don't have power. So please be aware of that. But Wednesday night is a case of Series 1 Jumbo Baseball, and there's no veteran base in that break. There is a separate bidding category for veteran base. It will not ship to the teams, and there's a lot of detail in the listing description that tells you exactly what does and what does not go to the teams. Thursday night, we're going to do a 4-box break of Contenders football. That is a third of a case. And Friday night, we would be looking at another jumbo case of Leaf Metal Draft, just like the one that we broke here tonight. Shipping, well, here's what you need to know. If you hit one of those jerseys, you can expect it to ship out to you sometime within the next 7 days. And the free shipping stuff is always just projected within a 7-day window. And if you didn't hit in the jersey break and you do have a consolation card as a result of not hitting, typically I would hang on to it and ship it with your next package since the jersey break was a free shipping break. If, however, you would like to have it sent sooner by itself, all you need to do is send me a message on eBay and let me know, and I will get it taken care of for you. Paid shipping break is Leaf Metal Draft Baseball. And if you got skunked in that one and didn't hit a card of any sort, your consolation card or cards would ship out when the rest of the break goes out the door, because technically that would be your next package. One final reminder, winter storm coming in. They're expecting it sometime tomorrow. If it is as bad as they say it's going to be with the ice, there's a very real risk that I would not have power for some portion of the next 2 to 3 days. So if that happens, if you show up for a break on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, and I'm not here doing the break, that's the deal, guys. It would mean that I have no electricity. I would not be able to see or respond to your emails, nor would I be able to do the break, and etc. So just be aware of that, okay? And I guess, yeah, that's pretty well it for tonight. So thank you once again for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. And I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Hopefully, knock wood, hopefully no ice is going to knock out my power. And we'll do some Series 1 baseball. So we'll see you the next time. Bye now.